Hey, what's going on, guys? So I got a request for a AR-15 build breakdown, essentially. On the last video that I made was a range time where I covered that Spartan rig from one of the fine gentlemen, Kevin Cochran. This one's for you, buddy. I figured, what the hell, why not? I'm into this kind of stuff. I don't know when I turned into a gun guy, but somewhere in the last bunch of years it happened, so here we are. My build is a bit of a Frankenstein build. What I started with when I started setting this up was a BCM upper, standard profile, M-LOK 16-inch barrel. The upper came with a BCM Comp Mod Zero, which I swapped out because it was a little more muzzle flip that I wanted. So I swapped it out for a DD Wave muzzle brake, which comes with threading, of course, for a DD's QD suppressor, which is on the way. Should be maybe just a couple of months out or so. The upper receiver did come with also the BCM bolt carrier group and a optional 3-inch ambidextrous charging handle, which I have because wrong-handed shooter. I threw onto the M-LOK rail the BCM CAG grip. I love this thing. I forget what CAG stands for, but it's cool. I like it. It's my favorite. It's really nice. It's comfortable. It's very intuitive for when you push the gun out and bring it back to your shoulder. Seats very comfortably. I'll probably never swap that out. And if I build any others in the future, I'm definitely going to stick with it. I have otherwise a Streamlight ProTac HLX light laser combo set up with a tape. I've got a tape set up on here, control pad, if you guys don't know what that is, that has a momentary on, a strobe function, and also a continuous on set up right here where my hand's going to go when I C-clamp the rifle. Otherwise, I have an AdCore lower. Picked this up from the guys down at the Windsor Armory in Windsor, Colorado. Those guys are fantastic. Shout out to them. They always set you up right. The AdCore lower, initially I threw into it a Arrow trigger. And it was okay. It was a mil spec single stage, had roughly a 8.5 pound pull. A little more than I personally wanted. And so ultimately I ended up swapping it out for a Geisley 2-stage SSAE, the enhanced trigger. 1.4, 2-stage, 1.4 to 2.4 pound trigger pull. And good Lord, is that trigger nice. It is so smooth. It's absolutely fantastic. MOE grip, Magpul MOE grip. It's got your little storage container for your Skittles. I don't have any in there right now. Ate them. Otherwise, I have the BCM Warfighter, I think, buttstock is what they call it. It's nice. I like it. 6-stage. It's got a nice pull on it. Not too heavy. Feels good in my shoulder. This is something that I would consider changing out for a little something else in the future if something really caught my eye. But I'm satisfied with it for now. Otherwise, I have an XPS 0 from EOTech holographic sight and a Vortex Micro 3X flip-up magnifier, left-handed, of course, set up for me. The reason that I like to have the holographic sight is because you can be a little more pinpoint accurate, in my opinion, with a holographic than you can with, say, just like a red dot CCO, unless you have a really tiny dot. And otherwise, one of the main differences between having the holographic versus the red dot with the magnifier is when you magnify the holographic, it actually makes your reticle clearer and does not magnify it. Whereas if you magnify a standard emitter red dot, then it magnifies the dot as well. So that's my reasoning behind picking up the holographic instead. Another reason that I preferred is because with this, so anybody's familiar with the video game holographics, right? You've got the ring and the dot. So what that ring is don't quote me, but I believe it's a 68 MOA ring. which you can use for range estimation. The idea is if you have a target that's approximately average human male size at 100 yards, whatever the target may be, approximately 6 feet, then top to bottom of the ring is where that target is going to sit if you put your dot, your point of aim, at the center of that target. At 200 yards from your point of aim to the top or point of aim to the bottom, then you have an approximate estimation of 200 yards for that average height of whatever your target may be. That is why I prefer to have those two reasons are why I prefer to have the holographic over a red dot. Otherwise, in my truck, in case I need to throw this weapon in it and go somewhere else for whatever reason, I have a couple of some 20-round magazines, which is the legal limit in Colorado. Otherwise, I have some 30-round parts repair kits just in case I need them. And last but not really least, I suppose, I have the Vickers Tactical BFG sling. I like this sling over a couple of others that I have for one reason in particular. When you're set up and you're moving and you need to get somewhere fast, right? You really want to secure the weapon so you're not slapping yourself into nuts with it. You want to secure your weapon to your body, your kit, whatever you're wearing. And it comes with this little pull tab right here. So you can pull tab, cinch it up. Now it's nice and tight. You can move, right? And of course it works the other way. Just pull it right back down, go back to work, whatever that's going to be. I suppose that pretty well covers the setup that I have. Outside of that, the only other thing that I would throw out is that typically I'll shoot M855. And that's about it. I'll probably transition to a little something else at some other time.